let's take a quick look at this. It's not too long of a video, and I kind of want to just know. Really, I just want to know whether like how I'm like 90% sure that by Kaceytron pretty much coming out and being on H3 side, Ethan Klein's side now, it pretty much cemented the win for him on the other two, Frogan and Denims. But I kind of want to like get a more like actual definitive answer on that. Because I don't know jack squat about. I'm just sort of assuming based off of what legal shows and movies I've ever watched. Like, what the freak? What do I know?
Interesting information as well as Frogan's doom. We're gonna get into that today on the Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney.
Yo, why does Frogan's doom the doom of Frogan? Why does that kind of go hard though? Actually.
Living over here in Asia, and this, of course, is a fast facts video, the quick and dirty version of the latest in legal news.
The doom of the Frogan.
So yesterday we had the official
like
public apology from Kaceytron, which was very, very interesting. We've gone over that in my previous video. But today we have the actual court stipulation. So this is the actual file that tells us what was agreed to between the parties of Ethan Klein and Miss Casey Cavanis, aka Kaceytron, right? So when looking at this stipulation, we can go through and see the parties. We can see plaintiff Ted Entertainment, that's H3, and defendant Casey Cavanis, PKA Kaceytron, and the stipulation. So they agree to settle the action, right? They have reached an agreement to settle the present action. But there's key language in here that people have not seen yet. And really, I think I'm the first person to point this out on a larger scale, which is the settlement agreement, while confidential in terms, right? So it's confidential. We're never going to see the exact settlement. We can guess here. It includes a provision which remains to be performed. So what is...
Okay, so I don't know jack squat, but does that mean that I feel like that either means that's either the apology video or she might have to testify against against Frogan and Denims.
That mean? Well,
no. Because didn't she mention that she was going to assist him in the in the discovery for Reddit? Right? That was like a whole situation where they said that they were gonna look into, because he's subpoenaing the Reddit mods.
Or what have we had?
For the
We've
H3
had
snipe.
Probably Kaceytron transferring the money to Ethan Klein. That's going to happen. By the way,
for sure.
A hilarious
has to
thing
happen
for Ethan Klein to do would be to donate this to a pro-IDF charity. That'd be absolutely hilarious.
Shout out to Ian, to iDubbbz and Anissa for donating like what is it, like $1,000 or $2,000 to Ethan, to H3.
Given that Anissa and various others that did this for and opposed him for purely political reasons, like Hassan, etc., who did not support him, but some of his followers did.
The only damn, bro, iDubbbz and Anissa gave like $1,000, $2,000 while they're living in their freaking basement. You couldn't give like nothing, Hassan. Like, damn, that's so cruel.
It ends up getting shifted over into a charity that would absolutely make them keel over. But that being there, the money was probably condition number one. Condition number two was probably the public apology. And remember, within that public apology, and this is very important,
let me adjust
they required her to say very specific things, even likely requiring her to mention the thing about Asmon's mom.
For example, weaponizing the death of Asmongold's mother was inexcusable.
And tucking in a lot.
I actually would like to, like, out of genuine curiosity, I wonder if that was like we already know Asmon said he doesn't like accept the apology or whatever, so like who cares? But out of just me personally, just because I kind of want to make up my own opinion on Kaceytron at this point. Like, I wonder if that apology, specifically the one about Asmon's mom, if that came from the heart. Like, was that her? Was that, like, did H3 ask for that? Or did they just say, we just want a public apology? And she sort of, like, wrote it all on herself? It sounded like she obviously, like, got her lawyer to help her write it, right? But I just out of curiosity, I wonder how much of that was, like, how much was demanded, how much was sort of just her doing it by herself, and how much of it was her lawyer maybe also like recommending, like, I recommend you do this, this, and this, because you're kind of opening yourself up for even further trouble with this, and this.
Information into what she apologized for, her language, her behavior, and as well as bolstering the fact that Ethan Klein has a good case. But what would the third thing be? Well, the third thing is likely her testifying against.
Hey, yo, I know there's no way that Ethan or anybody at H3H3 is ever gonna watch this, but please, if for whatever reason Kaceytron needs to show up anywhere, or like screw it, not even show up anywhere, like can you like for like a month, like just send her some Teddy Fresh merch, specifically the outfit that she accused Ela. Like, oh, that's kind of pedo-y. That's kind of, ooh, that's like, ew. Like, send her that outfit and have her wear it on stream for a month. That would be freaking hilarious.
Denims and possibly Frogan, if they are to
bro, just start having Kaceytron repping the Teddy Fresh merchandise. Let's go.
Also, likely, and this is a speculation, one of the provisions which may have already been done is turning over all of her communications, emails, Discord messages, Reddit messages, etc., as it relates to this lawsuit. So that may have already happened. But let's finish this and let's talk about how this affects Frogan. So as part of the settlement agreement, T.I. and Cavanis, it's Kaceytron, agreed to stipulate to the dismissal, but also to request the court retain jurisdiction to enforce the terms. So if Kaceytron gets out of line, if she does anything wrong, they're going to come down on her. By the way, there probably is also a non-disparagement clause in there where the parties...
Okay, I was about to say, because that's the thing, it's like, what are the odds that Kaceytron is going to be able to keep her mouth shut and not, like, get absolutely blazed out and come back and start talking trash? Or, like, start doing a little bit of, like, sneak dissing or, like, little underhanded things.
Can't disparage each other. That probably is included. That would make most sense. So they agree, right, that the court is going to retain jurisdiction. Well, this is very, very important because think about Frogan. Denim said already that likely Frogan is going to settle, but the big problem for Frogan is what she's going to have to say, because Frogan always tries to play tough. She tries to ally very closely with Hassan Piker, but as you saw, Kaceytron was required to turn on Hassan Piker. And also, there's a certain statement and a certain thing that Ethan Klein might be a little bit salty about and want her to make a statement retracting. And I'm going to play this clip. In case you forgot it, there's this little clip over here. And the funniest thing, this is, of course, when Twitch...
Oh, interesting.
TwitchCon with lovely Frogan here. And who's right next to her? Yeah, that's right. That's Denims, right? Who said she's going to stay in the lawsuit. Let's play this.
This is not. This is good. I thought we
Go
decided.
ahead.
Okay.
The next person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one.
So see them laughing, see them giggling there? They're not going to be laughing and giggling, and Frogan's not going to be laughing and giggling when she is forced to justify why she ends up putting Ethan Klein.
By the way, this is literally an Arab who loves hummus, loves sambra, which, for those of you who are uninformed or do not know, when you say that somebody loves sambra, as in like a human being loves a Sambra who's a human being, if you call someone a Sambra, it's basically like saying that they're secretly Israeli coded. They're like, you know, they're you get what I'm saying? Like they're IDF. They're actually supportive of Israel. They're a Sambra, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Sambra is an Israeli like owned company or a company owned by an Israeli supporter. And I didn't even know about all that until pretty recently, which is insane.
In the loves Sabra
Sabra. So I'm saying
category,
Sabra.
and perhaps retracting this statement and perhaps making
So basically, this could be reinterpreted as them saying that Ethan loves, Ela Klein, who used to be in the Israeli Defense Force. She was just a secretary, because it's like mandatory military service. But it could be basically reinterpreted as that, like as basically a dog whistle.
making amends for this particular piece of our history. So I can imagine that might be one of the things that they are going to end up pushing back against Frogan on in that settlement statement. So that's going to be included as a condition, as well as likely any communication she might have with the Reddit mods, which would be big, or even further with Hassan Piker. And this might be the difficult thing for her because she might have a lot of communications with Hassan Piker, a lot, which she's scared to turn.
That being said, I kind of doubt it. I mean, it's not that I doubt it, right? It's obviously possible, but it seems like Hassan Piker is pretty smart, and it's the reason why he completely, like, he basically used Kaceytron to like harass Ethan, and then he pretty much bailed as quickly as he could. And that's pretty much all it comes down to. He pretty much ditched them, and I do not believe, I flat out don't believe that there's gonna be any realistically, how should I put this? There's not gonna be any communications that would be damning. Like, there's not gonna be any, like, oh, help me do this, help me do... No. It's like, because it's kind of like how, George Carlin used to talk about the 1%ers of society, the people, the secret government, the people that control the world. It's like, there doesn't need to be an explicit, like, hey, we all agree that this guy's bad for business and we gotta get rid of him, right? We gotta make sure he knows not to mess with our peeps. It's like, yeah, a harassment campaign doesn't need to explicitly say, oh, this is our target, this is the person we're gonna harass, and then yada yada yada. No, they all kind of know. They all kind of know, hey, this guy refused, he used to be on a podcast together with Hassan. He refused to support the terrorist organizations that we support because those terrorist organizations are anti-Israel. And on top of that, he has an Israeli wife, or a Sabra. And so that's kind of like, you can see where all the dog whistles and the hidden little meanings are like, those hidden little jabs are. And so I don't expect any text messages of any kind, really, to be anything explicit that would be like, oh, Hassan's in trouble now, or anything like that. But I could definitely see Frogan accidentally saying some stupid shiz, because, like, let's be honest, Kaceytron on freaking stream said that she wanted to steal, like, revenue from the video, from the content nuke.
Over. But I don't think Ethan Klein is going to be willing to settle this unless he gets all the information and extracts everything from Frogan, which is why she has delayed so long. The money is...
Zentrea is still being criticized over her military model. That's literally just people who hate anime or people who hate VTubers. Like, there's, like, that 100% is... Like, we'll get to that later, but that's it's
not
a ridiculous
as big of a thing because
that, like, you have to literally be, like, have the mentality of a 5th grader, like a 5-year-old even. Like, I'll go even younger, a 5-year-old, an actual 5-year-old. You would have to have that level of logic and understanding to not be able to separate an ideology with a freaking uniform, an article of clothing. So stupid. And it's like, anybody that complains about that, instantly, I just know that you're for lack of a better word, a freaking moron, an idiot.
Frogan
You're stupid.
actually collected less money than either Kaceytron or Denims. And
Like, grow
as
up.
for Denims, this actually paints a situation.
Like, those
where
are the
both...
same kind. It's on the same level as people who can't say the name of the planet, Uranus or Uranus, without laughing or giggling. It's like, seriously? You can't just, like, disassociate the freaking your booty cheeks with the name of a planet. Come on now.
Kaceytron and Frogan, the girl who was sitting right next to her, who was sitting on the couch right here
Or like,
on this.
one time, or like when you like the same example, right? But basically, whenever you go somewhere, you're like, "Do you want some of my Italian sausage?" And then people giggle. It's like, yeah, because you can't freaking separate an actual food with your dingaling. Like, come on now.
Podcast is going
Which
to
is
have
funny,
to
I giggle
testify
too.
against
But come
her in
on, it's on
court
that same
and going
level
to
of,
have
like,
to say no, this was a plan,
logic.
this was intentional, we did this, with bad intent and bad faith, and turn on Arab Benedict Arnold over here, right, on denims. And that will absolutely hurt her reputation and her friend group, her circle going forward. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Frogan is going to settle, or do you think Frogan might actually try to fight this out like denims? I want to hear what you
I think
think in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one.
perfect. I just wanted to let it end. I genuinely believe that in both cases, they are both going to fight this for as long as they can, under the false, what would you call it, sense of security that either A, the supporters are going to keep supporting them and they're somehow going to pull it out, or Hassan Piker is somehow going to support them and help them out, or that somehow they would be able to figure out a genuine legal loophole that they'd be able to, at the very least, not necessarily win, but that they would be able to sort of damage control. Keep any, like, for example, if there are communications between them and Hassan Piker, or specifically between them and the H3 Snark, like, they might be trying to figure out any, like, exhaust any and all possibilities of avoiding giving that information up. But just like with Kaceytron, it really is going to come down to how much money do you have to fight this legal process. And Ethan, H3 has all the money he could possibly want. Oh, are we still good? Are we up? Let me double check. On YouTube, it looks like we might have gone down. Which if we did, it's fine. I'll just restart it, but... Can I get a confirmation? Okay, well, I mean... No, we're still good on this side. Alright, well, hopefully we're still good. Honestly, here, I'm gonna be real with you. To anybody out there who's an egghead when it comes to this kind of stuff, I have my keyframe set to 2, which seems to be, like, the most recommended. I could raise it up to 4, which is what YouTube recommended. But from what I've gathered, 2 seems to be the best for, like, 1080p high-res streaming. My bitrate I have at 6,000, which my internet should easily be able to handle. But I am multi-streaming, so maybe I should bring it back down to 5,000. I just felt like I was just like I want to keep it up because I know that everything is like downscaled or upscaled. You know what I'm saying? Like everything has to be like if you stream in 4K, it'll be 1080p. If you stream in 1080p, it'll be 720p type of deal. But it's like ups, but then they upscale it. Alright, well, we're still good on Twitch. Don't know why YouTube is lagging out on me, but what can I do? Okay, well, it looks like we're back up. Error, YouTube not receiving enough video what? Data? Why, frickin' I'm at 6K, alright, you know what? Maybe I should bring it down to 5K? Maybe just YouTube can't handle that? To be fair, I was going based off what Twitch likes for the bitrate. It would make sense, actually, if YouTube is asking for 2 keyframes. Alright, perfect. Let me just reconnect all this. Perfect. Alright, we're good. Perfect. Alright. Please be sure to go drop a like, go drop a sub, all that good stuff. To Legal Mindset. But yeah, I genuinely think that they're more than likely going to keep pushing the entire like lawsuit pretty much until they either run out of money or until they can figure out some kind of way to avoid genuinely giving up any discussions or communications between them and H3 Snark. Because I feel like that's the biggest priority is pretty much like damage control. It doesn't feel like they're really focusing at all on winning the lawsuit anymore, really. Ayo, Monodachis! Thank you so much for watching this video! Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe! You can also find links to the videos that we reacted to today down in the description below, along with my Oshi marks. I'll see you in the next video, Monos. Goodbye, and thank you so much for swinging by. Sadu!